Hey, what's up guys? Sippin here, ready to play another game of Civilization 6. Welcome back for another episode of this crazy adventure that we're playing today. Last episode, we managed to build the Statue of Liberty, and we also managed to build the Orzagas. A full disclosure, I completely biffed it when it came to the footage of last episode and this episode, and as I have played literally this entire game, and my OBS studio started to give me problems. So what I did was I tried to delete some files and accidentally deleted the video footage for this episode that we are just about to play. So I am replaying every single turn. I had to replay every single turn of last episode as well because I don't know why, but I didn't save it. So some things may be a little bit different. I'm still building a little bit of an army over here. I don't know if I started doing that last episode. I made sure to do the key points, like build the Statue of Liberty. I built the Orzagas, and I lost the Genghis Khan aid request. So let's just pretend for a second that I didn't just play every single turn of this game, because I totally did. I should actually pick up a builder here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place farms here, fix this, fix that. I want to put a mine over here. Boom. And then this city will have lots of food and production and stuff like that. Maybe what we could do is we could place a lumber mill actually right here. So for now, this city can actually start building maybe a few builders just to help out. We are picking up a conservation, so we're going to be able to plant woods and place lumber mills on those woods. And I think I'm going to do the same thing in this direction over here, because I want to use this city to build the Amundsen Scott Research Center. And part of that is going to be having to research labs. I am going to place Moksha in here though, because I do want to buy this theater square. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to need a builder in here as well. So once we build the water mill, we're just going to really bad production in here, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. Finished in amphitheater in Reims. Why don't we just slowly start working on an archaeological museum? We have been starting to build our walls in some of our cities. We've built up to medieval walls. I think I'm going to repair the outer defenses so I can buy medieval walls in here as well. And you know what? I'm just going to go through and just double check to see, you know, if I could buy Renaissance walls somewhere and just continue that, because we are making 2 diplomatic victory points per turn. We've also started building archaeologists everywhere, and I think I am going to head in the general direction of Germany and start picking up his artifacts. Looks like an enemy spy was killed trying to steal funds from Bordeaux. We still have a spy in here, which is fantastic. So that is going to be the second promotion for Antoine. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to promote him with con artist. We did get a great artist, which is fantastic. We're starting to work the Hermitage in Bordeaux because we want somewhere to place our great works of writing. So we finished economics, which is great because I do want to build the Big Ben in the city of La Rochelle, and I'm going to build it actually right here. Or you know what? I could actually place it right there. Boom, right here. So now that we have economics, I do want to rush chemistry so that we can place down our research lab in the city of Dijon and build the Amundsen Scott Research Lab. Now that we do have conservation, I do want to rush down rapid deployment so that we can actually place it down. The Renaissance Walls is done in Limoges, which is lovely. I might place a commercial hub in here, and I think I'm going to do that right here. And Dijon needs something to build. 3 turns until Moksha is done. I don't know. I guess I could put some turns into picking up a builder in here. I'm going to put 3 envoys into Euthia so that we can grab suzerainty of them. It's going to give us a little bit of era score, even though we are actually maxed out in era score right now. We're going to get a golden age next era no matter what. I'm going to fix this farm. Perfect. And we're going to start stealing gold from here. Matter of fact, you know what I should do is I should actually use Antoine to steal gold from the Cree and maybe use this spy to defend the Diplo quarter. So I'm actually going to send this guy over to Bordeaux. It's going to take 3 turns to get settled in here. And we're continuing to scout out America. I want to get to know what's going on in here, try to reveal all their commercial hubs and stuff like that, just so that we can steal gold from them as well. All right, let's complete the farm triangle. Beautiful. And we're going to place a mine on the coal. Excellent. We did get a Great Admiral. Lovely. Our commercial hub is repaired in La Rochelle. I would like to repair the market real quick. And we're going to want to pick up a bank to get the Big Ben down. Armory's done in Toulouse, and I should probably pick up an archaeologist, to be honest. So why don't we go ahead and do that. And Lyon has finished the archaeological museum, so we're going to start working on an archaeologist in here as well. Okay, Antoine is going to get sent over to the Cree Empire because I want to start stealing gold. As a matter of fact, what I should do is I should double check to see which commercial hub is the better one, and it looks like the Cree Empire tops them all, so we are going to stick them in here right across our borders, and we're going to start siphoning funds. 832 gold sounds good. Another great work of writing in Paris. Lovely. Or, sorry, great work of art in Paris. We are working on the Broadway in here. I don't know if I actually had mentioned that, but we're going to pick up the Broadway. We've combined 3 horsemen to make an army. We're building a little bit of a military just in case there are going to be some city-state emergencies we want to take part in. We can gain some diplomatic favor by doing that. So we're just building, you know, a few knight armies. We might build maybe a few trebuchet armies, bombard armies eventually. You know what? I am going to come in here and I want to buy the bank just so that I can get started on the Big Ben immediately. That's going to be something that we really want to do. We definitely want to pick up the Big Ben. Let's just double check to see if anybody is working the Big Ben. And it looks like the Cree's already started. Uh-oh. Jesus, we might want to pick up a great engineer. Hopefully, there is a really good engineer after James Watt. Gonna place a farm here. Boom. And in the city of Avignon, we just finished a shrine. We should definitely pick up a temple. I also want to pick up the Renaissance walls and the monument in here. I should, you know what? I'm gonna save my faith for walls. I think picking up walls with faith is absolutely fantastic. We're just gonna continue to do things like that. Yeah, it is super frustrating that I did lose all that footage. But sometimes you just have to dust yourself off, pick yourself up, just kind of continue to go forward. I didn't want to not put out any sort of content. I did place Liang in here because I hope to place some fisheries in here. So I'm waiting for my next promotion to do that. But, I didn't want to just not put out any content. I didn't want to not put out an ending for this series, so that's why I've decided to just replay everything. Just do it, just kind of nice, relax, game. We're still gonna edit it. We're still gonna do our thing. Quarantin is here now. So, right. So I was gonna use him to counter spy, and we're gonna counter spy the diplomatic quarter. So we got our farm triangles down in Bordeaux and in the city of Reims. Matter of fact, are we growing in the city? We are growing. Perfect. Okay, let's get some production in the city. I'm gonna place a lumber mill here and a couple of mines up here just to help Rennes out. I was having some problems with OBS Studios. I was trying to, there's ideology. I was trying to record my Chandra Gupta and it just wasn't working out. I would play an hour and a half game, and what would happen is my footage was only 20 minutes long, and I realized that I had to update OBS Studios and I had to delete a bunch of stuff off my computer because I just had no room left. Okay, so we got ideology. We're gonna pick up military research. We did lose the Limes card because it is now obsolete. Skyscrapers is really good because we're building a couple of wonders right now. Scripture is fantastic because we have the work ethic in, so we're gaining 53 production from this card alone. Public works is always amazing. Diplomatic policy cards, we could plug in Merchant Confederation for the 45 gold. We could also plug in Raj, which actually sounds really nice. Gunboat diplomacy seems absolutely amazing. Ooh, Machiavellianism might be really good for spy stuff. Place some woods here. I'm gonna place a lumber mill here next turn. We did pick up a couple of builders here, and I do want to just increase the production. I want to place a farm here for a nice farm triangle. Another artifact, Freddy artifact, beautiful. Poundmaker does want to give me a great work of writing for a little bit of iron and some coal and some whales, so that sounds like a really good deal. Okay, we finished a builder. Lovely. We're gonna send that builder, put a mine there. Incredible. We should maybe pick up a stock exchange in here. Not that we're in a rush to pick up stock exchanges, but stock exchanges will net us a little bit of gold. And gold is pretty much our win condition. I mean, we're going for a diplomatic victory. diplomatic victories. You know, once you pick up aid requests and stuff like that, you can just throw gold at people and you end up winning the game. It's absolutely bonkers. Okay, we're going to place a lumber mill here. Perfect. I'm going to put some coal there. Another artifact from a Freddy boy. Let's grab a barbarian one, actually. 3 turns until the industrial era is done. So we're going to start thinking about what we want to do here. Let's just see. I can't remember what we picked last episode. Heartbeat of Steam. Oh, I see. So it's not like we have monumentality or anything. It's not like we have to do anything. I am going to pick up my pagoda. Actually, monument pagoda sounds really good to me. And I'm going to go through all of my cities and just double check to see I have the walls. Ooh, I did want to pick up a theater square in here. Right there. Boom. That's happening. Just going to continue. Bordeaux, Reims, Toulouse, needs medieval walls, needs Renaissance walls, Gigapetra, Lyon, Reims. Oh, Reims needs some medieval walls. I just don't have enough faith. Okay, so we got one more city that needs Renaissance walls. Oh no, I accidentally placed a castle here. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? That's okay. It's not the end of the world. We can always tear it up. We have quite a few build charges, a lot of micromanagement at this point of the game, but that's okay. That's all right. We're having fun. We're having a good time replaying a Civ game that I've already played. Shoot me now. No, it's not that bad. Man, is it frustrating. So frustrating. I'm not like computer literate. You know what I mean? I'm not like a big tech guy myself. So I'm, you know, this is all new to me. Ooh, archaeology. No, you cannot lay claim. It looks like another enemy spy has been captured trying to steal from us, which is incredible. And there's the Broadway. 20% culture in the city. 1 free random atomic era civic boost. Must be built on flatland next to a theater square, which it is. So we're getting a 20% culture boost in here, which is lovely. We're getting actually plus 35% from modifiers. So that is actually 35 culture, which is incredible. We're taking a hit on amenities, unfortunately, which I'm not totally in love with. And we're actually losing food, which I'm also not in love with. So I think I'm going to swap that tile. I want to focus on food if I can. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Maybe we place a farm there. Maybe that would help. Place a farm. There you go. So we're growing a little bit. I could place a neighborhood in here. We are about to pick up replaceable parts. Ooh, you know what? One thing I wanted to talk about. You know what? Do we have? No, we don't. Well, you know what? We're not going to talk about it really, but the main thing is owning 3 musketmen does not boost replaceable parts. It's actually owning 3 line infantry, and in our case, Guard Imperial. I did want to do a little bit of a show and tell, but it actually didn't work out. I did do it in my last game because I must have gone a different tech path, but it's not going to work out. So we're going to pick up the suzerainty of Muscat. That's going to give us 1 Diplo favor per turn, which is super nice. We're going to continue to combine units. Oh, you know what we did? Didn't we start building railroads? I think we started building railroads last episode, and I don't think I've started this episode. So we should probably get on that. And if we didn't start last episode, then here we are. We are going to start building railroads. Actually, no, we didn't. Okay, so once we pick up chemistry, we'll pick up steam power, and then we'll go down to the bottom half of the tech tree. Let's improve the silk. I want to get this niter online. So Antoine has made it, and we have a 90% chance to successfully siphon funds from these guys. It's only 624 gold now, but you know what? That's okay with me. That is okay. I am going to tear down this castle. I want more production in the city of Reims. We are sitting at 13 out of 20. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but you know what? That was exactly what we were at in my last piece of footage. And we're going to need like a couple of at least 1 more World Congress and maybe like another aid request to actually win this game. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to pull this off here. So there's a great musician. Let's throw him into Broadway. Boom. Thank you so much, Dimitri, my man. And we got ourselves engineers. So we're just gonna put these engineers to sleep. I'm gonna get them all nice and close to each other. I just want to start building railroads as soon as I can. Once I pick up chemistry, of course, we'll pick up steam power. We're going to build a mine, not a castle, and a niter mine. Perfect. Giving us the Eureka for rifling. Okay, we have pretty much uncovered most of America. I definitely want to send this scout to clear out this fog of war. We've entered the modern era in a golden age, and everybody's got something to say about it, obviously. And we finished the Hermitage in literally the exact same turn, which is so lovely. I don't know if this era score lands in next era. I hope so. So let's grab Heartbeat of Steam or reform the coinage. We don't actually have any campuses, so maybe reform the coinage is going to be what we want to do. That's going to make our trade routes way better. So now that we have the Hermitage, we do have a artist here with a couple of sculptures. We're going to put that in here. Excellent. And we could work on picking up a bank, and I think that we will. Now it's time for the World Congress. I think I'm going to vote for myself because I obviously want my extra trade route. As far as grievances goes, let's just double check to see diplomatically who's pissing who off. And I think Genghis Khan is actually, a lot of people are mad at Genghis Khan right now. Harold, there's a few people who are mad at Harold. But I think I'm going to vote that Genghis Khan takes 100% grievances and gives 100% grievances. I think most people are going to vote for that. I'm going to put a few votes in that. Definitely want to vote for myself to gain 2 diplomatic victory points. Definitely going to vote the World Fair up. So let's see if we can actually win this World Congress. Okay, so we gain 2 diplomatic victory points. Genghis Khan gets the 100% grievances. Trade routes that go to me gain +4 gold. We get an extra trade route capacity, and the World Fair did pass, which is lovely. So let's just double check where we are. 18 out of 20, which means we need to win the aid request and 1 more diplomatic victory point. So let's see if we can actually pull this off for the big W again, unfortunately. So let's place lumber mill here. Excellent. I'm also going to place some lumber mills in the city of La Rochelle. I think this city needs also a little more production. And you know what? Dijon actually doesn't need this tile yet until it builds the Amundsen Scott Research Lab. Actually, you know what? It's going to build it in 3 turns. So we'll do a quick switcheroonie for a couple of turns. Hopefully we can, you know, kind of micromanage the city and get the Big Ben a little bit sooner, because we are, you know, racing against the man, the legend, Poundmaker himself. And we lost open borders with Genghis. So why don't we get that back? I really want a mod that you can just automatically, or just like press a button and it goes mutual open borders. I did download this mod, which is pretty neat. It shows at a glance what people have to offer as far as trade routes, and it also shows at a glance, like I can see what my relationships like with Poundmaker, I can see what trade deals we have, and I can see overall what's going on with him. So he's in a Dark Age, Classical Republic, religion, Sikhism, access level limited, and so on and so forth, which is actually super, super cool. And we lost open borders with America. Grab open borders with him as well. We'll make him pay a little bit of gold. And I just want to double check to see that I have open borders with everybody else. And it looks like a lot of my open borders have run out. So I'm going to make sure to get those back because I want some positive relations as well. I want to do a little bit of exploration in their borders. Perfect. I put a lot of trade routes in Paris. I no longer have trade routes that I can trade with city-state because we have Suzerainty of Kumasi, which gives me a ton of culture in my trade routes. So I've just plugged in a ton of trade routes in Paris so that I can max my culture in here, because that really bodes really well with the Broadway here with the 20% buff. So I guess we're going to trade internationally, and I think I'm just going to start trading with Genghis because I don't have a trade route with Genghis. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Put a couple of lumber mills in here, another lumber mill there. We'll plant some woods here. I'm going to come into Rains. I want to buy this tile just so that I can place a lumber mill here as well. We did actually gather up some face, so why don't we go ahead and buy the medieval walls and the Renaissance walls, and I think that's pretty much it for walls at this point. I guess I could go through and just kind of double check to see if there's anything that I really need to buy. I don't think I need sewers anywhere. I mean, I guess I could buy like a neighborhood in the city of Dijon and use that neighborhood to like produce a little bit of food. So if I placed it here, and then what I can do is I can come in here, buy the food market. That will actually make us have a little bit of food in Dijon, make this city a little bit better. We're going to place lumber mills in here as well. And I'm just going to make sure that we're working these lumber mill tiles. I am going to swap these because next turn we are picking up chemistry. So we're going to buy research lab, and then we're going to start working on the Amundsen Scott Research Center. You know what? I should probably sell a few things so that I can buy that research lab. Then I'm going to sell a little bit of coal, see if anybody's got a little bit of gold or any desire at all for any of these things. Boom and boom. Perfect. We have a spy. Ooh, Antoine is just about to get caught. So let's escape on foot. Oh no, we've been captured. And he's the guy who's actually promoted with siphoning funds as well, which is super annoying that he actually got captured. I'm unable to make a deal with these guys. So obviously he's going to tell me, don't spy on me anymore, which is totally not going to happen. Here it is. I cannot promise that. I'm sorry, buddy. I just cannot promise it. But I do want my spy back. And I'll give you whatever you want. 22 gold per turn. That sounds good to me. I want to make sure that I prioritize production in here. The lumber mill there. So the spy is returned. Let's go right back to stealing gold from these guys. The lumber mill here. Boom. Chemistry, rapid deployment on the same turn. Let's get a little bit more gold if I can. I don't know if anybody's got anything to offer. Here we go. 46, 15. Jesus, is that all we have, boys? Like, are we that hurting? Just need like 2 more gold. What about a little bit of Diplo? Boom. Research lab. Beautiful. And then we're going to place the Amundsen Scott research station right here. Boom. I am going to finish that builder first. Now that we have rapid deployment, why don't we swing in and pick up democracy? We don't need monarchy anymore for the 2 diplomatic favor per turn. We could use the extra influence points from monarchy, but I think democracy would be really, really cool. It would give us a lot of extra food and production, especially on our trade routes to our suzerains. Ooh, we got another promotion on our counter spy. Lovely, 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 lovely. Excellent. So what are we going to grab this time? Looks like disrupt rocketry is available to us. Disguise, linguist. I guess we can grab disguise. I don't really need disguise on this guy. I really want some of these defensible promotions, but they're just not offering them up to me. So we finished the neighborhood in Paris. Why don't we go ahead and grab a food market? We'll just slowly build the food market. And the pagoda is done in Avignon. This city actually can't really do much. Maybe we can build a neighborhood like right here. Build a food market in here because this city is struggling with food as well. And we're just going to build mines here just to help the production of La Rochelle. We have 12 more turns on Big Ben. I don't know if we're going to beat these guys. I'm hoping that we do. I guess I could come into La Rochelle and swap that tile, and that did not help, but it might. What we could do is we could place a mine here. That'll help a little bit. Plus, when Air Score Bordeaux has expanded, and we got suffrage, so we are going to pick up democracy. Boom. Excellent. And we have a lot more policy card slots that we can now work with. So why don't we grab whistle banking for the extra food and production on trade routes to suzerain city-states. Military research is incredible. Ooh, Republican legacy sounds really good. I do want to grab something with maybe great engineers. It would be nice to grab a great engineer that helped build wonders, but it looks like we're not actually on the trajectory to grab one, so I'm not even going to worry about it. So why don't we just place this in the economic policy card slots. We're going to put whistle banking back in. Ooh, new deal sounds amazing. And maybe like a little bit of gold, a little bit of extra production, a little bit of extra science. I mean, at this point, it's kind of a waiting game. Ooh, economic union sounds really good because our shipyards are going to get double adjacency, which means we're going to get double production. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to head for globalization and social media for the extra governor titles. And now that we have the stock exchange in Bordeaux, there's not a ton more that we need to do in here. Ooh, we could build the National History Museum. Is that what we want? Royal Society. Yeah, no, Natural History Museum sounds fine to me. Are we winning the World's Fair? We are. Just barely though. A win's a win. And we have the ability to actually build railroads. Why don't we just start doing that everywhere? I'm just going to place railroads all across. We got 6 military engineers ready to build railroads. Here we go. We finished a builder. Amundsen Scott Research Lab is coming up next. Let's get a little extra production in here. Help the city out just a little bit. We do have suzerainty of Brussels, which is great. We are starting to build some stock exchanges, so maxing out some of the trade city-states is really good. Maybe putting a couple points in Cahokia there for a little bit of extra gold is good. Another quick railroad. Here we go. Boom. First railroad in the world, +4 era score. Finished a campus here. Why don't we go ahead and just buy a library, we'll buy a university, we will buy a research lab, and then we can just start working on, ooh, nice little canal. Ooh, that could be fun. And let's continue to steal gold. Now, maybe I should gain sources in here so that I don't get popped another time. Railroad through Paris. On our way to Bordeaux. We got some railroads happening on Chocolate Hills. Thank you very much. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We lost the Big Ben. Oh, that's annoying. That was not the case in my last game. The last game I played, we totally got the Big Ben. But you know what we'll do? I think what we'll do is we'll place an industrial zone here, and then that will power Dijon, and we'll get that done a little bit sooner. It is what it is. The Big Ben was not crucial in our game, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, you know what I should do? Is I should build a Guard Imperial for a little bit of era score. Why don't I do that? Yeah. Finished a spy as well. Wow. Okay, so we're getting it done. Who do we want to steal from? We're going to steal from Nalanda, I think. Can't build a dam. I'm not interested in building a dam, to be honest. For now, it's probably not a bad idea to just start pumping out some theater square festivals so that we can win the World's Fair, just to make double sure. And plus, it's going to give us more great works. We did lose the military research card, which is very unfortunate, but we can plug in the logistic card, which is actually one of my favorite cards. John Jacob Ash, gain 500 gold, gain 2 envoys. Boom. That +1 economic policy card slot would have been amazing, but sometimes you don't win. It happens. The unfortunate thing is I don't even think we're going to finish the Amundsen Scott Research Lab, which we totally did in my previous in the alternate universe. But it is what it is. I think what I did was I picked up a great engineer that came before Robert Goddard. I bought one and I built the Big Ben in the Amundsen Scott Research Lab, and it was super satisfying because I don't usually get the Amundsen Scott Research Lab. I'm usually done my games before I even get to that point. Ooh, musician, move over. Industrial zone done. We have a little bit of gold. I would like a little bit of extra gold if I can. See if anybody has anything to offer. A little bit of gold here, a little bit of gold there, a little bit of gold here. And what about some coal, iron, horses? And then I'll drain the rest of their money with a little bit of Diplo favor that I have. A little bit of Diplo favor. I got 500 Diplo favor. Boom. Okay, all the cash that I possibly can. Doesn't even matter if it's a bad deal. If you got raw gold, you can have Diplo favor. Boom. So why don't we buy workshop, buy factory, buy coal power plant. Done. Now the city of Dijon should be powered, should get a little bit of production here. I can even go as far as buying an industrial zone with Moksha. Oh my god, I could totally do that. And I don't actually mind that, and I think I'm going to do that right here. Boom. And then we'll buy all the stuff we need for it next turn. Hey, the National History Museum in Bordeaux is done. I think I'm going to do the exact same thing in here. I'm just going to pump out theater square festivals. We did get a governor title, and I do want to promote Liang with aquaculture so that I can build fisheries in the city of Huey. That's the only reason I really want it, just so that I can build those fisheries. It's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be satisfying for sure. Got the railroad to Marseille, going to head in the direction of La Rochelle. Dimitri has a place to put his great work of music now. All right, now that we have ballistics, we might as well rush down flight. No, let's rush down steel so that we can build Eiffel Tower. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice to build Eiffel Tower in Paris? Ooh, there's actually an Eiffel Tower right here. That would be very, very satisfying. Boom. Put a fishery here. Very nice. So we've got the railroad done to La Rochelle. Excellent. Let's head in the direction of Amboise and Dijon. Finish the harbor in Amboise, which is nice. We're going to pick up a lighthouse. I do want to pick up trade routes. Actually, you know what? I could probably pick up trade routes from Dijon and use those trade routes as a way to gain production towards the Amundsen Scott Research Lab. The Amundsen Scott Research Lab is not really something that we need in Dijon. It's just something that we want. It's not really something that we benefit from, but it is something that is satisfying to build. Another fishery over here. Boom. +5 air score from building our Garde Imperiale, which is very lovely. I'm actually kind of concerned that there isn't very many aid requests this episode. I was really hoping to wrap this game up sooner than this, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. Garden Imperial done. Theater Square Festivals. Got another governor title, which is nice. So we're going to promote Pingala with grants. And we found Chinguetti and a tribal village here. Nice. 2 envoys available to us. We could grab suzerainty of Chinguetti if we plugged in Diplomatic League. Ooh, actually, you know what? I really do want to do that because my trade routes are going to be absolutely insane with faith. Not that we actually need faith. I don't think we need faith anymore. It'll be satisfying to see my trade routes just super OP. It's not gonna show right now because it just needs to refresh, but next turn it's gonna be gorgeous. I don't really have much else to do with this builder except build woods everywhere, and this builder is gonna do the exact same thing. Maybe I could do a little bit of chopping around here. I mean, I didn't even really get the chance to do any preserve stuff in here. I haven't even really made an attempt as well. Would have been nice to do something like that. Okay, we've gained sources. Now we can steal 1100 gold. Let's see. Let's hope for better luck this time. There is a barbarian clan here, which makes me a little bit worried. Could hire an infantry, and we'll send that infantry over here to fight. We don't have any oil though, which is a big problem. So he's going to have a little bit of a deficit when it comes to combat strength. We do have enough gold though to actually buy a factory in here. We're going to go ahead and do that. That's a little bit of extra production. Now Dijon is actually sitting at 46 production, which is not bad. Wow, this one castle just upped the culture on these 2 tiles. I do want to spend a couple of charges helping this city build this canal. We have arrived to Nalanda. I am going to gain sources so that we can be more successful in stealing gold. I'm actually a little bit worried there's not going to be any aid requests. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to switch up my government a little bit, and I might just spend the 600 gold to unlock it. I don't really need skyscrapers, but I do want to plug in monarchic legacy for the extra diplo favor in case it gets to that point, only because we have 13 turns until the next World Congress. That extra diplo favor is going to be huge for us to win that World Congress, so I'm going to start banking that now. I am going to pick up refining. The railroad continues. I want to finish off this canal. 3 extra era score, just like that. All right, we did manage to actually pick up steel, so I'm going to cancel some of these theater square festivals, and I do want to build the Eiffel Tower right here. And we'll start working on that right after we finish this one. I do want to grab a little bit of oil at some point, only because if I don't have oil, my infantry that is going to clear out this barb camp isn't going to be strong enough to handle it. So you know what? Maybe what I should do is see if anybody's collecting oil. And it looks like Aztec is the only one who are. So why don't I say, hey, Montezuma, buddy, why don't you sell me a little bit of oil, like 21 oil, and what would it take? 20 gold per turn. That sounds good. Now I'm not going to have insufficient oil, so this guy should be able to have the combat strength to take on this infantry. Railroad. Yes, so we have a railroad connecting all of our cities now, so we don't have to worry. So we can actually just put these guys to sleep, and good night, nighty night. Okay, we got refining, and it turns out we have not hit oil anywhere in our empire, which is actually a huge bummer. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a settler right here, and I'm going to settle this little land down here so that I can pick up a little bit of oil. It was actually way easier, I think, to win. Last time, there was much more aid requests. I think I was actually done by turn 233. So I think what we're going to have to do is wait for the next World Congress to actually win the game. I'm not actually doing much damage on this guy with my infantry, which is actually kind of a bummer. I don't understand why. Probably because he's on fortified defenses as well. He's getting a combat probably bonus from being next to this guy, this ranger. Okay, we got social media, which is kind of cool. We will plug in, do we care about any of these? Not really. I guess we'll plug in connoisseur for the extra culture. Not that we need extra culture. We're making 800 culture per turn. I could plug out diplomatic league now. I wouldn't mind maybe plug it in International Space Agency. 300 culture from collective activism sounds pretty cool, but I think Machiavellianism is really nice. We are still stealing gold from everybody. Oh my God, we got another dust storm. Jesus Christ. All of our infrastructure has been destroyed in Limoges by this dust storm, which is nuts. I'm surprised we're the only ones getting hit by natural disasters. Like, why aren't we getting more aid requests, more city-state emergencies, more everything? You know what I mean? This doesn't make any sense at all. Ooh, let's put a few envoys in Brussels. Yeah, that's going to increase the production in Dijon. I don't even know if we're going to be able to finish the Amundsen Scott Research Lab in time. We got 10 turns, 6 turns until the next World Congress. I don't think so. I think we got 6 turns left in this game. Yeah, I was hoping to get Chandra started today, but I was messing around. I made an attempt and OBS Studios was not helping me at all. So unfortunately, it didn't happen. Ooh, it looks like a city has flipped to us. Wow, look at that. That is a gorgeous city. Let's get a builder in here to fix up some stuff. We're going to pick up that salt here. Poundmaker has quite a bit of Diplo favor, and actually Poundmaker might be the reason why we don't win this World Congress. Maybe selling my Diplo favor was a bit of a mistake. I actually thought that we would win through aid requests like we did last game. So, ooh, look at all this damage that's been done. Jesus Christ. All right, we have successfully won the World's Fair, so we got 1 diplomatic victory point from that. So now we're sitting at 19 out of 20. We literally need to get 1 point from the World's Congress. So let's see if we actually win it. We can just do one of these. Ooh, look at this. Aluminum. And we'll place Oil City, baby. Let's rename the city. Oil City, baby. So now it's time for the World Congress. Now, there's a really good chance that we are not going to gain diplomatic victory points here. So what we could do is we could vote against ourselves. We would lose to 2 diplomatic victory points, which would actually net us 1 diplomatic victory point if we're correct. And then we're going to vote for production to be cheaper. And then for class units, I usually vote for ranged. Now, some people usually vote for melee, which is fine, but I think I'm going to go with ranged myself, cheaper production. We just need to make sure that we win. There you go. Let's see if we get, because all we need is 1 diplomatic point. So if we lose 2 diplomatic points and then gain 3, we win the game. Boom. There it is. I don't even know what the results were for that. Real quick though, before we check, buildings constructed, cities captured. What do we really want to look at? I guess gold, boom. I mean, the skyrocketing. What about wonders constructed? Yeah, we built like 12 wonders, looks like. Let's just do one more turn. So we did lose 2 diplomatic points. Production was cheaper and range did win. So that's exactly what happened. I think I'm going to call that the end of the episode. I appreciate you guys watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and leave me a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.